will never find peace when you get psychic readings. There will always be another thing to do, another thing to learn about. It's like grasping at the clouds. Like you will never be satisfied. And I noticed that there's always something in the new age, but this video is mostly about Kim K. This woman has millions of dollars, unlimited resources, and she even got bamboozled by psychic readers. And with her money, this woman has access to the best of the best psychic readers, the most famous ones, and they were unable to predict if she was going to pass the bar exam or not. They told her that she was going to, but actually she failed it, and she just felt like she was taken advantage of the whole time. Now, I would not blame the psychics. Like, I really think that the psychics thought that they were getting information to her that was real. Like, they actually heard something telling them that she was going to pass her bar exam, but they are getting information from demons, and these demons cannot predict the future. They only go based off of patterns and what's going on in your present and your past. And Kim, she probably believed these psychics because they were able to supposedly connect to her father, which wasn't her father. It was actually a demon masquerading as him. And once that trust was built up, I'm sure she spent thousands of dollars to speak with some of the best psychics. So don't feel crazy if you're addicted to getting a psychic reading. Just stop, because it's not going to get you anywhere. And with your salary, right, and your resources, do you think that you can have better access to this information than people like Kim K or these other celebrities that are just as desperate and vulnerable as anyone else when it comes to personal matters? How is it that I think she's a billionaire, right? And she got bamboozled by the psychics. And this woman probably anonymously called psychic platforms and chats, wanting to know if she was going to pass the bar exam. And she trusted them because they were able to know what was going on in her present, right? So this is why, please stay away from the readings. They're not going to lead you anywhere good. It's all misleading. And the reason why they seem accurate is because they tell you what's going on presently, but they don't know the future. And even sometimes with present things going on, they are misleading. Their job there is to, 1, lead you from a connection with God, 2, confuse you, 3, have legal access to whatever you're asking about, and 4, to cause you the most amount of pain in the end. Because when you get these readings, right, and you're disappointed and it's like a major fail, that energy of failure and pain and confusion and anxiety, that is food for these demons. And they're always watching, always trying to look for any loophole. I remember when I had not touched psychic readings for over a year and a half, and one day I was on TikTok, like just browsing, right? And then something happened in my house, and I just looked away, and for 3 seconds, a psychic reading short, like, you know, those general psychic reading things, it was on my phone. I don't know why it was on my FYP, because I have never ever been into those general reading types. But for 3 seconds, I paused on that video and I wasn't even looking at it, and that was enough for them to gain access into my life. And it was so crazy. I had not touched psychic readings for over a year. And that night, when I just scrolled on that little short for 3 seconds, my bed shook. Like someone just pushed the edge of the bed like this, right? I got scared, so I played Psalm 91 on my TV for the entire night. And I woke up at 3 a.m. with the voice sounding very demonic, and like the speech was slurred. You know how you get like a record player and you slow it down? That's how it sounded. And you can pray all you want after you open these doors, but if you don't, and it just didn't seem fair either, because I wasn't even like really looking at it, but I had it on my screen for a couple seconds. But I had to repent for that. That is how legalistic these things are, and they're always looking for a way in. That is why I'm telling y'all, these readings are just doorways, and you're never going to get a clear answer. The outcome, you're never sure what is going to be, and it can actually ruin your connection with people. They'll tell you someone's cheating when they're not cheating, or they say like someone's not cheating when they are cheating. Remember, you're getting information from things that are not your friend, and they will do whatever possible to confuse you and lead you down a road of spending your money, and it's never enough. Like, you can't just get one spell or one reading and walk away. They want to keep you on a cycle of constantly going back for every little thing in your life, and you will never ever know peace. So if Kim K, with all her billions, like $1 billion, right, is screwed over, and she even said like, oh my god, these people just completely scammed me, or this is horrible, I can't, they lied and they told me that I was going to pass it when she didn't. If she cannot get an answer with all her resources, what makes you think that you can? What makes you think that that reading is going to satisfy your loneliness or your heartbreak? What makes you think that talking to a psychic is going to give you peace? Because if something comes up, which it usually will, you'll go back to them, and it becomes like a habit and an addiction that's hard to break. And I wouldn't even be surprised if Kim K is addicted to psychic readings. I wouldn't be surprised, because all that money, and she failed, like she has so many failed relationships. Like she's on her own, like raising kids. Like, yes, she has nannies, but I can tell that she's lonely. I can tell that people ridicule her. I can tell that she's the perfect victim for the new age and psychic readings, and she is smart with money. I'm sure she has money set aside for that, but there are people from all walks of life who are getting their hopes ruined and their plans ruined by putting trust in a psychic reading. And the psychic readings are causing so much harm to people. That's why they have the disclaimer that this is for entertainment purposes only. But it's not just for entertainment. Like, folks are actually going to readers instead of going to a counselor, or surrounding themselves with people who will tell them the truth and not feed into their delusion. So please be careful.